most famous physical therapist on the internet.
We're starting, I guess. Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
And I'm Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our humble opinion, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about 3 mistakes people with bad neck pain make. And this is very typical because they don't know the right way because they haven't been watching us.
Well, of course, Bob.
I just made that up. What's making that noise?
That's my
squeaking?
shoe. Yeah, my shoe's
okay.
squeaking. It wasn't my neck.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on stay healthy, fit, pain-free. We upload it every day. Also, join us on our social media channels and on our website, bobandbrad.com. There goes the foam roller, because we're always giving something away. And right now, it happens to be that we're giving away 2 foam rollers by OPTP. Very nice. Very nice. Nicely done. So go to Bob and Brad, go to our giveaway section, or go to Bob and Brad on Facebook, and you'll find it. By the way, if you don't want to watch our long videos on Instagram, we have a shorter version of them.
Right, for those of you who are not patient.
Yeah.
And they don't like our talk, and sometimes we babble on, they say.
That's true.
Okay.
All right, number 1. What are the 3 mistakes people with bad neck pain make? Number 1, they sleep wrong. And these are the typical mistakes they make. Here, you want to grab onto that, Brad?
Yes, I do.
So if they sleep on their back, you're trying to keep your neck in what we call a neutral posture. That means the ears are kind of lined up with the shoulders. You're not forward like this. You're not bent to one side or the other side. So if you sleep on your back, you normally should have a thin pillow, because if you don't, look what happens. My neck's going to be bent like this all night long, and you're setting yourself up for a bad day the next day. So you want to get rid of one of them. And now look, I'm starting to line up the spine. Everything's a lot more comfortable. Conversely, though, if you sleep on your side, I'm gonna go this side, Brad,
Yeah,
because my
that's a good
microphone.
idea.
If you have only one pillow and you sleep on your side, you got a big gap here between the shoulder and the neck here.
Well, your shoulder gets in the way, yeah.
Yeah. So you're like this, and now look, I'm bent like this. I'm not up in the middle. My spine is not aligned again. It's actually bent this way. So you want to actually use 2 pillows or a thicker pillow when you're on your side. This is probably a thick enough pillow in itself, I think.
Sure.
This one is fairly thick. So you know how it fills in the gap.
Right.
I'm not putting stress on my neck one way or the other. Generally, as a rule of thumb, Brad and I are going to recommend that you don't even sleep on your stomach at all either. Because when you do, what you're doing is your head is going to be turned all the way one way or all the way the other way. And that's putting your neck at end range, which is not comfortable, and it's usually not good for the joints. So,
and we know there's people going to say I've been sleeping on my stomach for years, and there's some people who can, and they're just comfortable, but you know, probably eventually it's going to.
Large amount of people get headaches in their life when they sleep on their stomach for a long period of time. I sleep on my stomach for brief times.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll jump on to the stomach for maybe 20 minutes or a half hour at a time, and then I wake up and get into a better position. So
because your neck is sore.
because my neck is sore and I got a headache.
The other option is, instead of 2 pillows when you're on your side, is fold it in half so you don't have to have 2 pillows, and then that helps fill in the gap.
Sure.
Too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next one. Number 2, the mistake people make. You know, we're a computer society now, and especially with laptops or even iPads, they tend to. Brad's going to demonstrate here. So if you have a laptop and if it's at the level, look what your neck is doing all day long when you're working on it. So, hey, it popped on.
Hey, all right, I get some work done.
So, and, you know, the alternative is to actually raise it up.
So even like this I'm still
You're still
no good.
2, yeah.
Right. So we're going to raise up now. You probably don't have a self-adjusting table, although you might. But we want to get, now the screen should be about this level or even possibly a little higher. Right from your eyes, it should be middle or at the top of the screen, a level line from your eyes.
And so
obviously, good posture, of course.
Obviously, that would be hard to use the keyboard like this.
Yeah.
So you need to, you know, obtain a separate keyboard, which they aren't that expensive.
Right.
And if there's anything I could tell the students right now, this is probably the number 1 thing. If I could put this on a billboard, I would. You know,
maybe we can do that someday.
All right, maybe we will.
Bob and Brad computer posture billboard.
So the same holds for if you have a really desktop, Brad.
Sure.
Same thing. You're going to want to raise this up. If you don't have the
Yeah.
money, just use some books or boxes and raise up the screen. And then go ahead and again have a separate keyboard.
Yep.
And the keyboard could actually even be on your lap if need be, or there's even those lap boards that you can use.
Right. It can even be preferred. This is much better here than
Than
up here.
here, right.
Yep. There you
So
go.
there's ways to get around these things, and it's especially if you spend any time at a computer at all, this is really critical.
It really is a source of neck and shoulder pain that because you don't get it immediately, it comes over time.
Right. And it sneaks up on you. And then you're wondering, where did that pain come from?
Yeah,
That nasty
exactly.
pain. Number three, the mistake that final mistake people is they don't move the neck in the right directions as an exercise.
Sure.
So the first one we almost recommend with everybody is chin tucks. Brad's going to show it from the side. I'm going to show it from this way. And what you're trying to do, you're realigning the spine because
Mhm.
you've been forward head like this. And this is a good reminder to you to get your spine back into alignment.
Sure. One thing you must do before you do a chin tuck is get your trunk and your shoulders and your back in good posture.
Yeah, it's not going to help to be like this and then do chin tucks.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, just not going to work.
nah.
And as Brad's going to show you here, you're not bending down, you're not bending up, you're just going straight back. And that's stretching that suboccipital area there.
Yep. Right back there. And you'll find there will be a few people who will not tolerate this. I do see that in the
Yeah, right.
comments. Yeah, there's a few people say, "Oh, it's really uncomfortable," and there may be some other reasons that it may be. So if that's the case, if it's painful, you'll have to just avoid that one. But
Probably going to have to
most
see a
people,
therapist then, probably.
yeah,
At
exactly.
that point. Another common exercise that works well for people, a lot of times people are not working the head back this way into
Mhm.
extension. And Brad and I have found that I'd say the majority of people I start with this, Brad, I have 'em start with a towel.
Yep. Now the red things are just some tape on there so it doesn't unfold for us, but you don't have to do that. Just roll up a towel and put it on here and then lean against your chair and relax and
Good
just
posture.
yeah. And the towel can help pull it forward. And I find oftentimes that people can feel much more comfortable with a towel.
Yeah, if they try it without, it's just not comfortable. It hurts too much. Eventually, you want to work to the point where you can get rid of the towel
Yeah.
once your neck is stretched out a little bit. But you want to go back further and further. Really tends to work magic on the neck sometimes. Really takes away some of these problems.
And it should be pain free while you're doing it. A little stretch, but you're not. If it creates pain, you may have something wrong. Maybe you need to see a therapist or something more. But typically, for the average person, if you go gentle with it, it'll be fine.
Yeah, the final movement I'm going to show you is the one that it's actually one that I like to do because I tend to when I do notes and write, I tend to flex to the left,
The Forrest
side
Gump
flex to the left.
posture.
Yep, that's
The-
right. From the Forrest Gump movie where he and his child are sitting down watching TV at the end,
Yeah,
right, Brad?
there you go.
And they both tilt the same way. So you tend to tilt one way. So what I do because I'm pretty flexible this way and I start losing motion this way.
Mhm.
So I do a chin tuck and then I bend to the right. Chin tuck and then I bend to the right. Chin tuck, bend to the right. And for you it might be chin tuck, bend to the left, but it's amazing for me. This is the one that takes away my neck pain. I had a dentist who was getting pain all the way down the arm from a disc problem,
Yeah,
and this is the one that I think he was working like this,
sure.
and he did a chin tucks and to the right, and it eventually removed his pain. And he thought it was a miracle.
Well, of
So
course.
I mean, seriously, when you're
Yeah,
dealing with
yeah.
severe pain
Yep.
and you use just one simple movement and it takes it away,
Right.
it seems
Yeah.
miraculous.
It
So,
kind of is. But that's physical therapy.
yeah, well, Brad and I used to look for that, look for a miracle a day in the clinic. Do you
There
ever
you
remember
go.
that
Yeah. Yep.
statement that you hope to have one miracle a day? And, on a good day, maybe you'd have two, and on a bad week, you didn't have any. But so.
We keep looking for it.
All right. By the way, if you're new to our channel, no, we did already. We're gonna do. We remember Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Except for
A broken heart.
right. And
But
also,
we're working on it. And
And
a bad
dementia.
memory and dementia. We're gonna work on that too. So, thanks for watching.